What's going on, people? It's Flight Sports TV. I appreciate y'all for checking with me. Right now, I want to talk about a topic, man. I want to talk about why Lonzo Ball will have better team success than Luka Doncic. Seriously. Now, I didn't say he will have a better individual season. I'm just saying he will have better team success. You understand? And I'm going to lay many factors why. Before I do, I need everybody to hit that like button. And most definitely hit that subscribe button. It's Flight Sports TV. I'm trying to bring some more videos to the people. Definitely support the videos so I can keep bringing them to the table for you. You know, the season about to roll around, so it's about time to start talking about how these teams specifically are going to be looking. So, let's get into it. We already know the Chicago Bulls is about damn near stacked already, with the potential to get even greater. You know, I think if they add another pivotal piece, like we touched on yesterday on the Lonzo Ball podcast. If you missed that, go check that out. Episode 6 is out right now. Shout out Dante VSAR. Last night it was crazy. So, and another thing, the Dallas Mavericks. Let's talk about them for a little quick second. Dallas has done nothing to improve this roster. Nothing. They have not. They fired. I don't know what happened with Rick Carlisle. I guess something was going on between him and Luka Doncic. I guess Luka is not this darling that everybody thinks he is. Luka Doncic must have been causing a lot of riffraff, you know, between the scenes that, you know, eventually I believe it's going to come to the light. I think Rick Carlisle is going to reveal a few things. I can't wait for that. So, but nonetheless, Dallas did nothing. Jason Kidd is not a better coach than Rick Carlisle. So I'm going to say that they downgraded in coaching. You pretty much, I think they lost Josh Richardson, if I'm not mistaken. Dallas has done nothing to, like, who did the Dallas pick up that you're going to say, oh, whoa, that was a good pickup, Dallas? I don't think Dallas made no serious move. So, and mind you, this team has done the same thing pretty much in both years, the last 2 years. I think they both finished the same, I think Dallas finished both seasons in the 7th seed, which is pretty much the same thing they did last year. And then they lost to the Clippers. You know, okay, people might be like, oh, it's no shame in losing to the Clippers. Yeah, it's not. But it's just how it all went down. You know, they got beat down. You understand? And Luka Doncic, he like I say, he's being compared to some top dogs now. His situation is different from others. Luka Doncic ain't supposed to come out here. You know, bottom line is they had the Clippers on the ropes. They went up 2-0 on the Clippers this past playoffs. In Game 3, I believe they was up 20. Like I said, Luka Doncic was running around laughing and giggling and shit. So, basically, the Clippers eventually just flipped the switch on his ass. You know, I think if he took the San Antonio approach, where he was more calm, cool, and collective with his, instead of being so, like, braggish and, like, you know, he was just really feeling himself. You know, I think he probably could have knocked the Clippers off. I think he could have caught the Clippers by surprise. I think the Clippers wanted to lay down at the time. I think the Clippers had wanted to lay down at the time. But, like I said, they didn't. You know, and a large point was because of Luka Doncic. He was talking, he was laughing, he was taunting, you know, and, you know, you don't do that in the middle of the battle, especially with a pack of wolves that could take it to a level that you possibly will never reach, you know. And then the Clippers proved that to Luka that there's levels to this. You know, I'm gonna say Paul. Even though I believe that Luka's better than Paul George, but Kawhi Leonard, I think he put this guy Luka on notice. You know, to let him know, hey, listen, man, there's levels to this, and if I really wanted to, I could just stop your party right now. I think that's what was foretold, you know, this past playoffs. Listen, believe it or not, I like Luka Doncic. I think Luka Doncic is a top 5 player, but I just feel like Luka Doncic, you know, enough is enough. You can't continuously get knocked out in the first round and get compared to all these top legends. I'm on record of comparing Luka Doncic to James Harden. I believe Luka is more of a younger, less athletic James Harden. You know, that's who he reminds me of. All these other comparisons, I think is crazy. To compare Luka to all of these other people, I don't think it's fair. You know, I don't think it's fair to Luka. I don't think it's fair to these other legends. You know, because no other player gets that type of treatment. I believe that Damian Lillard is better than Luka Doncic, right? So I'm just saying, you don't never hear all these funny comparisons for him. You know, Dame don't get compared to all these these people, and Dame put up some crazy, scary numbers. So some of these things, we just got to put things into perspective. That's all I'm saying. You know, we just gotta get everything in order. Lonzo Ball, man, he's gonna have a great season. He's got a good squad around him and some pieces that fit. And it don't hurt. It don't help. Pardon me. It doesn't hurt being out east, you know. But the Western Conference, Luka could have cracked into that. You know, there's times in the middle of last year where they was hovering around like the 4th seed, somewhere in that ballpark. And another thing, if Luka is this great talent, this playmaking, facilitating genius, why he can't get Chris Porzingis involved? What the hell is going on with Chris Snacks? Seriously, because, okay, I might not like him, but at the end of the day, Chris Snacks do have talent, you know? So you telling me that he can't maximize none of it? And you supposed to be this god, you know, playmaking talent? You know, at some point, we're going to have to stop. We're going to have to take the blame off of Chris Snacks and look at the point guard now. Because you got this dude, he's 7 foot something. You understand, defensive capabilities are endless for this guy. How does it feel like this guy feels like dejected? Don't even want to necessarily feel like he want to be there. How the hell is this going on, you know? Seriously. I think it's time to start asking questions. And like I said, Luka Doncic, he's just been getting, you know, nobody blaming him for these things. You know, here at Flight Sports TV, we gotta have to check and figure out what the hell is truly going on. Like I said, Luka Doncic, he got a lot to prove. This whole notion that Luka, he just, you know, he's just the best, this, that, and the third, there's not more to see. No, there's a lot more to see. Luka Doncic gotta stop getting out in the first round. Because what's gonna happen is, that's not what the history books ain't gonna look good. I remind people, he getting compared to LeBron and all of this other bullshit. When LeBron went to the playoffs, he faced the Washington Wizards. At this time, the Wizards, the Eastern Conference, the NBA was a lot different. You could say, oh, is the league different now? Listen, back then it was much more physical. And let me name a couple of players that this Washington Wizards team had. And LeBron James was pretty much running his team single-handedly. The Washington Wizards had Gilbert Arenas, this guy named Gilbert Arenas. I don't know if people remember him, but this dude was a complete cold-blooded assassin. You understand? In his prime, you had Caron Butler. I don't know how people remember how good Caron Butler was. I'm just saying, dude was a problem. And then you had Antoine Jameson. If people don't know who Antoine Jameson, I'm talking about Antoine Jameson. This is when he was in his prime. I'm not talking about washed up Jameson when he came to Cleveland. I'm talking about when he was in his prime. Antoine Jameson was pretty much how players play today. He was playing like that back then. So the Washington Wizards was fully loaded. I don't know if people remember. And this dude LeBron James took their ass out. So at some point we got to stop these comparisons, because if some of these players that he's being compared to was in these situations, they would have seized the moment. You know, Luka Doncic didn't seize none of these moments. So I'm just saying, you know, and now with this roster, the Dallas Mavericks not really improving. I see the same similar results happening to Luka Doncic this season that has happened the past 3 years, which will be 3 years this year. But the past 2 seasons, I feel like we're going to see another rerun of that right now, due to the fact of Dallas Mavericks and the organization just not improving this roster, not not proven that they're going to put a competent roster around Luka Doncic. They have not proven that. So until they prove that, you know, then I'll think otherwise. But right now, that's how I'm standing on it. Lonzo Ball, he's got all the keys and all the pieces. He will have a more successful team season than Luka Doncic. It's Flight Sports TV. Pay homage. Support the channel. I appreciate y'all. It's Flight Sports.